everybody. How are y'all doing today? I'm glad y'all can make it out for another episode of Mediocre Piece Theater. I'm your host, Lex Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you all. So today we'll have a few things that we'll talk about. Let's see, we have some wonderful friends of mine here that they will be talking about their karate school, their dojo that they have over in Kennesaw, Georgia. So we'll get to them later. But right now, I just want to talk about what y'all enjoy. So let's get. Oh, pardon me. As you can see, we have the. What is this doing here? So today we've got a lot of fun lined up for you guys today. We'll have our titillating tidbit of information. So we'll also have other things. There's beer drinking, motorcycles going past in the background, because you can never have enough motorcycles going past in your background. Arm lane, car doors. We just got it all. You'll never know what you'll find on Mediocre Piece Theater. Thank you for joining us today. From the creators of Finger in a Tube, they also brought you Stick in a Tube. Who doesn't enjoy a good old stick in a tube? There's no end to the fun you can have with a stick in the tube. We're proud to present you That's huge. Can you use it as a baseball bat? Of course you can. How about looking really far away as a spyglass? Or if you need to shout down the hallway, there you go. Oh no, rock guitar. Big ass tube. There's no end to the fun you can have with it. But that's not all. If you act right there, we'll also send you the exclusive tube stay.
Saucy.
Who doesn't enjoy a good tube steak every now and then? Let's enjoy. So act now. So I'm glad you guys could make it out today. Here we go. We have a little bit of wine for you guys.
Tasty.
We don't have a little bit left. That'll be all right. All right. So let's get down to it.
We might as well go back to the last time where...
tell us a little bit about the dojo?
Well, it's in Kennesaw where we live, and we've been open for about a month and a half, something like that. Nice to be out kind of doing my own thing, kind of training the way that I want to train, teaching the way I want to teach.
So you run the business end of it, correct?
I'm the program director.
Program director.
So basically I do all of the secretarial and scheduling.
Okay, so you're like the dojo mom.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good name for it.
That's
Talks
good.
to all the parents and, answers any questions. And
Brings
stuff
hot
like that.
sake
Oh, yeah.
for the waiting parents. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So what kind of style of martial arts is it that you teach to your students?
Primarily, it is based on a form of Okinawan karate, which is where karate started. They combined it with a form of wrestling that was used to protect the king in Okinawa, and they created karate, which means empty hand. So it's all about self-defense for just your average person. The techniques have been around for hundreds of years, and the way that I teach them are effective in everyday life.
Have y'all had any idiots come up there so far that are just like, oh yeah, I'm a black belt grandmaster, and then you come in and they don't even know how to do a karate chop?
Haven't seen anything like that up here.
Because we reinforce belt after belt, you never forget those kata. You go back to them over and over and over again. So when you get a black belt in our style, you've earned it.
That's good. That's good.
There are lots of good martial arts schools. There are lots of bad martial arts schools. It's really...
Where do you fall?
Where do I fall? Well, I'd like to say that we have a wonderful school, and I think that our parents the parents of our students would agree. But it's sort of it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a school that's going to train you for tournaments and win you trophies, then we're not the school for you.
Well, that's good to know. Being as I'm one of the parents,
Sure.
my kids come there, and I thoroughly enjoy watching you just beat the crap out of my kids. I think it is great. It's good for them. No, I kid. I like your style. I like the way that you teach the kids.
Well, thank you, sir.
So it's very good. Hence, why you're here on Mediocre Piece Theater.
Karate weapons.
Let me hand you some so we can talk a little bit about this. Ooh,
Sure.
good shot. Sorry.
I brought a couple of examples. The sai. This is the quintessential Okinawan weapon. You really don't find this used in many other cultures. It was usually or first used as a farming tool.
The sai was essentially a potato picker.
Well, rice.
A rice
Actually,
picker.
it was used for planting and harvesting rice. It's kind of hard to see now. Of course, it has been modified slightly in its modern form to be used more as a weapon as opposed to an implement of grain destruction. So they took the things that they were allowed to carry and used them.
Then we have these. Those
These-
are interesting looking.
Sure, these are rattan eskrima sticks, so it's just essentially bamboo that's been sort of decoratively charred and whatnot, sort of hardened up there. Rather flexible. You find these in many different cultures, mostly in the Filipino martial arts is where they're known for, whereas like I said, they're either called eskrima or kali sticks. But you will find short sticks in use throughout the world, of course, because a stick is a very easy weapon to get and use. Obviously, you can pick up a stick anywhere and beat somebody in the head with it. So a lot of times in Kali and Eskrima, these are used to train for eventually trading up to knives and using knives for battle instead of sticks. But you can see where as a beginner, you would rather have a stick as opposed to a knife.
Going in wielding knives up against someone that has a stick, that just seems kind of unfair.
Well, yeah, you'd be surprised what you can do with these, though. A lot of people just think about it like a basic strike like that, but they neglect to think that you can also use this part if you get in close to poke and prod and things like that. You can use these to choke and grab limbs and wrap them up and all kinds of interesting things like that. So it can be as simple as just hold on to it and whack them in the head, but it can also be a lot more of an art form too. That's where the art part of martial arts comes from.
Beating people with sticks is very beautiful. It is very beautiful, especially if done properly.
Absolutely.
Always use safety and precaution. That's for you kids out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest picking up any of these weapons and trying to use them unless you've either been trained or you're under the supervision of somebody who knows how to not injure the practitioners with the weapons.
Yeah, we'll insert
A little disclaimer.
a little disclaimer. Maybe not. Maybe that will be the disclaimer. We'll go with that.
The last thing that we have with us today, of course,
These are guns.
No, sir, they are not. Although I can see where you get that idea.
Yeah, it's
For us, they're
Nice.
called tonfa or tuifa, and they, as I said, they were tools just like the other ones. They were either used as a handle for something, like in a grain mill, or as a hammer. Obviously, you could see where you'd use that possibly as a hammer in a situation where you need it. Surface, if another person had a weapon, like if you were, trying to hit me with a stick here, I use that to block, and then of course we can use it to strike as well. I can flip it around and use it like a hammer. We can also catch arms or legs and pull them with this part kind of like it's a hook.
well. I would love to thank y'all here on Mediocre Piece Theater.
Absolutely, thank you,
We
sir.
do a little bit of clinking. Thank y'all for coming out.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
having
having
us,
us.
sir.
And is there, if someone would like to join up at the dojo, where could they find y'all?
We're on Facebook at Legacy Martial Arts Kennesaw. We're on Twitter at Kennesaw Karate.
Thank y'all very much. It was a pleasure having y'all out today so we can, talk.
It was great, sir. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, no problem. Y'all have a nice day. Titillating tidbit. The titillating tidbit of the day is Frederick J. Bauer, the inventor of Pringles, was cremated and entombed in a can of his own Pringles. All right. Here we have a letter from the proprietors of Dreadful Dolls. They would like to know if I would shamelessly plug their products. No, I would never shamelessly plug anything for anybody, because that is not how I like to work. They also say you can get a hold of them, where does it say? At Dreadful Dolls over on Etsy. You can also find them on Facebook at Dreadful Dolls. It's so dreadful. And remember, if you like what you saw, you can always feel free to, one moment. Subscribe and comment. We love you.